When everyone first saw Street Fighter 2 and those crazy hacked versions back then, especially versions like Shanglong, Resilient Dragon, or Tulong, Dragon Slayer, what did it feel like? I'd love for us to chat about this in the comments. For me, it was 1993 when I first saw the Shanglong hack. You know, the one where one Shoryuken fires off 12 fireballs? My reaction back then? Man, it was pure bliss. But honestly, I gotta tell you, this version was not easy at all. Beating the game was a real challenge. You might feel like a powerhouse for the first few stages, but there's a reason for that, and you'll see why as we keep watching. First, let me tell you how I felt when I first saw it. In '93, I was just a 10 or 11-year-old elementary student. In the regular version of Street Fighter, I couldn't even get past the first stage, that was my skill level. Plus, I didn't have much money to play, so when I saw this version for the first time, I was stunned. It felt incredible. For a while, this version was insanely popular. Arcade owners loved it, and players loved it. Why? Because if you knew what you were doing, the matches ended fast. One Shoryuken, a few hits, and the round was over in 4 or 5 seconds with 90-some seconds left on the clock. Owners made a killing. But if you didn't know how to play, this version was brutal. No joke, if you were bad, your game ended in 1 or 2 stages. So the owners got rich, and the players got a rush. Even if you just landed one solid Shoryuken asterisk bam 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 asterisk, you'd wipe them out at the 99-second mark. It was so satisfying. Back then, in the big arcade halls with dozens of machines, nearly 10 of them would be different Street Fighter hacks. Now we know them as M7, which was huge asterisk Shanglong asterisk, Tulong, all sorts of versions. Like the one where Guile could fill the entire screen with sonic booms. The main thing that made it hard was that almost every character had super armor, you couldn't knock them down. Look at this, they just float there, making them really tough to deal with. Especially characters like Honda or Blanca, once they start their 100 hand slap or electricity, they can trap you in the corner and you're stuck. Also, in this version, if we're getting hit but haven't hit the ground yet, we can interrupt the fall and fire off another move instantly. It's just pure chaos. We can also talk about the difference between the Shanglong and Tulong hacks. What we're watching today is Tulong, but there are differences. For example, in Shanglong, throws don't grab the actual body, we usually called it grabbing the shadow. Zangief's spinning piledriver could be countered by any throw. But in Tulong, you can grab the actual body, so Zangief is much stronger. Second, in Tulong, the CPU doesn't go into hit stun when attacked. You can see a Shoryuken fire 2 rows of fireballs. The first row hits while the Shoryuken animation is still going, and then a second row appears. You can literally KO an opponent in 1 second, a true 99-second instant kill. That's possible in the Tulong version. Third, regarding the Shoryuken, in Shanglong, the light version is slow and creates a shield effect. The medium version has a homing effect. The heavy version acts like a shotgun. In Tulong, however, the Shoryuken speed is the same as the original Street Fighter. Personally, I think the hardest ones to fight are Ryu and Ken. See, we can use the fact that we don't fall after being hit to instantly fire back. Now we're at the 4 Heavenly Kings. Balrog is actually much easier. "97 seconds left. That was pretty fast. I've seriously seen a 99-second kill against Dulcim before. But unfortunately, we didn't catch that in today's video. There's a lot of luck involved. Getting a 99-second win or even just beating the game isn't easy. Was that cool or what? 94 seconds. Man, the arcade owners back then must have loved this. Vega, if he tries to climb the wall here, he's not really a threat to us. 98 seconds. Wow, that felt great. Oh man, Emmer Bison is looking dangerous here, and he's down. So, that's the end of this childhood classic hack. Total time, about 7 minutes. These are the classic ending credits for Ryu. You know, back when we were just kids, we weren't skilled enough to beat the original Street Fighter. These hacked versions gave us a chance to actually fulfill that dream of seeing the ending. Even though I couldn't even beat this version back then, just enjoying the thrill of firing a dozen fireballs and deleting the enemy was enough to make me happy. Alright, that's it for this video. Thanks for watching and for all the support. See you in the next one. Bye bye.